Spanish has a total of 6 pronouns, each with their own variation and definition. Whenever you decide to speak Spanish, you might start using these pronouns simply because you're learning it from English. Native Spanish speakers tend to go against it because they know that Spanish has a conjugation system using 6 different words with any verb. In Spanish, it doesn't matter what verb we decide to use, there will always be 6 different words corresponding to each pronoun. As far as I know, there are at least 9 tenses and 3 types of verbs in Spanish. And it doesn't matter what verb in what tense we decide to utilize, will most likely have different words for different pronouns. Aside from tenses that have the same word for yo and él or ella, even then you can tell the difference based on context. Because Spanish has this concept, we can automatically know what the pronoun is based only on the conjugated verb, more specifically its ending. Therefore, we don't need the pronoun itself. For instance, hablo means I speak because the verb is conjugated with the ending o, telling us that it's in the present simple. We can extend the sentence by saying hablo contigo ahora, meaning I speak with you now. In either case, hablo means I speak using the pronoun yo. We can still take this pronoun and put it in the beginning of the sentence and still have the same meaning. But because we have 6 different conjugations, we don't need to say the pronouns when speaking. And the same concept applies to basically any type of verb that we want to use. In English, we do not have this concept because we mainly rely on the pronoun at the beginning of any sentence. Hablo contigo ahora can be said with and without the pronoun because the form of the conjugated verb tells us what the pronoun is. And it's the same concept as with any other pronoun. In English, we cannot visualize this idea because the form of the verb before and after stays the same. So we wouldn't know who the verb refers to without the pronoun. While saying the pronoun before the verb tells us what the pronoun is, we wouldn't know who the subject is if we decide to remove it. Because English has a simple system of conjugation, speak with you now can refer to I speak or we speak or they speak. That's the reason why English relies on pronouns in the beginning. The only conjugated form that can somewhat tell us what the pronoun is speaks. Speaks with you now can refer to he speaks or she speaks. And even then, we have to say the pronoun when speaking. If you think this concept is too simple, it gets way simpler in past and future tenses by having all conjugations be the same. In Spanish, throughout most tenses, 6 different words indicate what the pronoun is based only on the conjugated verb. Typically it's ending. Because this concept is comprehensive, it allows us to save time when speaking and not repeat unnecessary pronouns, which is impossible in English. While some sentences can be longer than others, and some can be short or maybe even simple enough so that we don't need Spanish pronouns at all, it is always useful to understand what someone else is trying to say. And that's also the reason why whenever you watch Spanish movies or speak with native speakers, more often than not, Spanish pronouns will not be mentioned because conjugated verbs will automatically tell us who the subject is. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you understood something from this video.